Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having a great day. This one's gonna be a little bit different than my normally, I would say, posted videos, as it's not gonna be really like luxury related, and I didn't want this channel to be just luxury to begin with. It's more following through with my life, and obviously a lot of it is focused with designer, which who knows, it might change in the future. I finally finished my vision board that I started on my birthday. It is now, what day is it? It is the 6th, so it took me a couple days, which I actually finished a little bit ago. I just didn't record. So I think it's a really fun thing to do for anybody to do if they really want to, I would say, hone in on what their true desires are. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because we're already a little ways in. So this is my vision board here, and we're gonna go through each piece. I hang it up in my room. I'll show you where I hang it in just, well, at the end of the video. But there it is. It's not gigantic, but it definitely is quite large. And then I'll actually just put a full-on screen cover of it so you can see exactly. And then I might make a post on my Instagram with this, so you can just keep an eye on it. If you really want to creep on me that hard, which, creep away, because I need, not that I need people watching me, I just need to, I would say, stay accountable is what I need, because I am very bad at that when it comes to my health, which is a really big one on here, which I think it's, yeah, it's on this side, which is about health. But everything is jumbled together. It's not like, oh, here's 1, 2, 3 years in a row. It's kind of just like throw up. But also shout out to my friend Sal. He has my body goal, so it's like toned, you got that V, but it's not like too extreme that you're consistently in the gym. So Sal, you made it. Which I think I've told you that already, but a while back. But I'll go through it. Obviously the first one is going to be my weight. Just telling me, don't quit, do it. It's a reminder that, when I've done it before, I can show you super fat photos here, super thin photos here. Like I've gone up and down in weight, like Christina Aguilera or Christy Alley or whomever you know that has done it in the past. And so I have a countdown chart from 250, which is actually where I was when I initially started this process in January, but I've actually gained weight. I'm in the 270s now, which is actually nearing the top of my highest weight, but I've gotten taller, and some of it's muscle, but it's not a lot muscle anymore. But for my fattest, I'm not that size right now, but if I keep up where I'm at, I'm gonna be there. Here, this was actually career goals. Something's telling me that, not that it's the end of my road, but it's, I don't know, something just feels off. And so I'm gonna go with my gut and figure out what the next steps are. And to do that, we need, for success, you need to strategize, you need to really plan and go ahead. And so that's what that reminder is there. And the center just saying, I'm unapologetic for who I am and where I'm from and what I believe. So now what? Smart fixes for your life and life's little disasters, which I've had one too many. But what I'm currently doing is just, I feel very, unfortunately, overworked. And honestly, it's self-induced. I work from home, and so working from home, you can work your scheduled 40 hours, or you can do what I do, which unfortunately is I chose to be very active and present. And so I've not worked on myself as an individual. I worked for my company and company only. And so I really didn't really discover friends. I have coworkers who've become friends, but I don't have friends outside of that, and I just haven't created a network outside of that. It's more of just, I live to work, and I can't do that anymore. I just need to find somewhere in between. So there's that. Style and substance. Trust me, when I'm skinny, I wear cute clothes. Lately, it's not the cutest. I mean, this shirt, Old Navy again, because they love us thickums. But super fun, but not my go-to style, trust me. I'm a very big fan of Cuban style or button downs or even sweaters. Like, well, I have sweaters for my thick days, but not this thick. Anyway, we'll see. Watch me get thinner, and I'm gonna get my cuter clothes back out and buy more, because that's just what I do. We have some passions, what we love. I sing, but I'm terrified of singing in front of people, like actually presenting. So like karaoke's been a hard thing for me. I just started getting into it when I left California, but I really want to learn, which is crazy. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. She is my idol. I love her so much. But doing that and singing karaoke just in general here, obviously when Rona's gone, but those are two really big accomplishments I would have for me, because that's one of the skills that, like, I'll sing for fun, but when you get me on the stage, then it becomes a requirement for perfection. And I don't know if that's just because I'm a Virgo or what. It's a lot for me. I get shaky, I get nervous, and then I will beat myself up. Here, we're gonna switch over to to-do list. This is basically just talking about how to prioritize your to-do list. I feel like I overwork myself. I give myself way too many things and put them on my plate, or even not even too much, but I don't prioritize. I know they're not actually dating, but well, that picture is super cute of them, but it is basically saying it's taken me this long to know what I'm capable of. I didn't always know. I pulled that from a different magazine, not associated with them at all, but I just love that there's a sense of not necessarily romance, but the willingness to be vulnerable and together and just bond. I haven't done that. I don't connect to people as a lot of people do, and I want to learn to change that. I want to discover true friendships and like lifelong friends, and as well as just romance. Like I haven't had a long-term relationship in forever, and I think it's because I am nitpicky, I am critical, I am scared of building those types of relationships. And so I think I want to get out of my head and move forward with something. Like I don't want to just date anybody, like but I think, I feel like, God, what is that movie with Katherine Heigl and her stupid list? If you know the name of that movie, put it in the link, the comments below. But I'm basically her. I'm a damn mess. Like, my career came first, but my career led me to where I'm at now. So I need to find a balance, is what I need to do. I leased my car. I have a 2018 Lexus IS S-Sport fully loaded. I had it built for me, but I leased it because I was like, oh, you know what? I want to get a new car every 4 years. That was me 2 years ago. It's like I get tired of cars, which I do. I'm already tired of this one, but it's not a savvy investment. It's not. So I need to save for a new car, which is this spot right here. And I love the little car savings and just a little elephant savings, which will bring us on over here. But I plan on my next car being the one that I'm going to purchase, and I'm going to use it until the day it freaking dies. Like I'm going to be that person. It's still going to be a Lexus just because I love the balance between luxury and reliability. And I need something bigger. Like, as much as I love parts of my car, it's just too small. With Louis, with trying to move things from here and there, it's just, and with Texas roads, child, we need something bigger. And so I plan on buying like an NX once they remodel, which my lease is up in 2 years because I took a 4-year lease, and also I don't drive much. I've had it for 2 years and my mileage is 19,000. And I drove from California to Texas, to put that in perspective. But now with Rana, it's probably not gonna move too much further up. But the next part here, this is very long term. This is going to be a house that I want to buy, which is, those are not from the same house that is there. Those are a bunch of different homes. It is, I don't know why I want the grandeur. I'm picking back and forth with that. But I want a place basically that's made for entertaining. I want to have friends and family over, and Thanksgivings at my house, or Friday night dinners that I have at my parents' house. I want that at my house. I want the dog to be able to roam free in the backyard. I want there to be a pool for in the summer we can play in. I want a home that people feel comfortable coming to. Like, if I can have a house manager, which one day, then I'd leave the door open and let them handle security, and whoever comes in, who is out, who's on the list, obviously, of people who are supposed to come in. But that's a long-term goal, because having a house manager, honey, that ain't cheap. So it is what it is. These are just some quotes I had really that spoke to me. The first one, the big one, says, "Don't wait. The time will never be just right." And that's from Napoleon Hill. Unfortunately, the other two don't have their author, because I couldn't find it at the time. But that's it. Why wait? Like I've waited for my health to get back to thin for so long now, and I go back and forth, but I need to do it now or never. And which, this is the one that goes with that. Your expectations should never be higher than your work ethic. If I'm not willing to work for it, I don't deserve it. Like, that's, if I want to get the role, then I should be able to do the role. If I'm not willing to put in the hard work, I don't deserve it. If I want the body, guess what? Your boy's gonna have to start going back to the gym. Your boy's gonna have to stop eating pizza and hot dogs and fried chicken. Even though I love fried chicken. Oh, I'm a mess. But take it day by day. That's a hard one for me. I like to do things quick. I like things to do fast and efficient and quality. If you know me in real life, I moved to Texas end of January, March, April, May, end of May, like the 28th of May. I closed on my house and moved, no, I moved into my house in July 19th. I got a new job in that time, and I also finished my degree in that time, within a month and a half. I like to do things efficiently. And if it's something that takes longer to learn, like I just started playing around with makeup, which I don't even know if I want to post this, but I'm going to post it. Here's my first attempt of an eyeshadow, and I just have eyeshadow. Someone gave me free eyeshadow, so I said, why not? But with as humble as I can make this, there's certain things that I was gifted at the beginning, and so having that skill sets wise, at least, and so putting the time and energy into something that I'm not naturally gifted in has been and continues to be very hard for me, and not something I like to easily, it's hard to grow. And so that's my next task, is to take it day by day. Sometimes it's going to be just an emotional thing. Sometimes it's going to be learning something new, like actually learning, not just being naturally adapted to it. So that is something that I really want to focus on, so that I can become a more well-rounded person, not physically speaking. But something a little bit lighter. It's going to be just, I have the Neverfull in the monogram. I want to get the Keep All. I have a Cabas in the Monogram Eclipse and the Keep All in Monogram Eclipse. I want to have black and brown luggage, which might be one of my last purchases for a very long time, because again, focus on the car and the house and who knows what else. But I just, nothing against luxury, like I freaking love it, but I think I'm going to start taking a step away from it and really focusing on me as a person and not just the things I've hidden behind for so long. Speaking of trying to figure out myself, books. I don't read as often as I should. I haven't developed myself as I should, and so there's a goal to be reading books. Now, I don't have a time frame on it because I don't want to do that in that way, but yes, you can find time to read. That's a big one for me, because I keep saying, oh, I don't have the time for this, I don't have the time for that, and so I haven't really done it. Bitch, there's room. And so not only do I want time to read, are you ready to write your book? There's multiple books that I have had concepts to write for quite some time. Some LGBT based, others are just psychologically warfare based, which we can get into. We can get into in a whole entire another video if you want. I'm done being stagnant. Thus, a vision board. Haven't officially done one truly in quite some time, but we're starting. So you're gonna see some fitness videos. I have plenty of pieces that are classic items that I'm gonna do reviews for and comparisons and do all that, or question and answers, or even runway inquiries, or whatever the case may be. So trust me, there's still content going to be coming, fashion related, but this is definitely going to be a page that is for my life, and whether you'd like to join or not, that's all up to you. But I truly hope you do, because I'm not here to be picture perfect ready. Like, honey, picture perfect ready, not her. I mean, the next video, trust, I'll be shaved just because it's excessive right now, but I'm not trying to hide anything from you guys. I'm trying to be as open and honest as possible, and build a community, not a followership, but I want to see people develop as well. I want to see people treat themselves. Like, as much as I say I'm going to shop buying luxury, that's because I want to buy a car and a house. Like, those are not cheap items, especially because I don't like a car that doesn't have everything. So that's not going to be cheap. And I've had the pleasure of assisting friends, family, and otherwise treat themselves and acknowledge that they're worth the finer things in life as well. And so I'm hoping that can be not only a part of this, but also seeing you guys develop. And if you have a vision board that you've worked on or working on, or even just make one because of this video, please feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram or Snapchat. I'll have them linked somewhere around here. I would love to get into conversation with some of you guys and progress as people, because just because we're in a stay-at-home type of situation where we wear a mask everywhere, that does not mean we can't develop as individuals or develop as communities, whether it's digitally or otherwise. It's not the end for us, it's just a change. And if we don't adapt, then we'll just be here. So I'm super excited for what this next part of my life has to show. It's definitely more emotional because I'm unpacking a whole lot more of my life than I've ever done, and I intend on getting a therapist at some point soon. But I'll bring you guys along on that too, because there's something on the side that I'm working on. Well, I have been working on, I haven't been, which it's the center. It's a book. It's about all those things that I've gone through and got through, and how I'm working on it now. So stay tuned. Please feel free to subscribe, comment, like this if you did. If you don't like it, that's fine. Don't like it, you can click the don't like. I don't know what metrics do, but if you don't like it, that's okay. But yeah, tell me what your favorite part about the vision board is, and if you intend on making one, and what's your next goals for the next 1, 5, and 10 years. Year goal, I want to be down 90 pounds. I want to be down right on to the 180, 190. So that's my 1 year goal. My 5 year goal is going to fudge. This is hard. This is hard. I want my book out. I want my book out in 5 years, which it's going to be sooner than that, but that's the goal, because I mean, it's an interesting concept. You'll get to it at some point. But then the 10-year goal is going to have a secondary home, not new home, secondary. This will become a fully rented out space. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And again, I'm truly excited to hear what you all have to say, if you want to. I mean, that's all up to you, but I will talk to y'all later. Bye. I'm a dummy and forgot to post where I keep it. So this is the door to my, oh my gosh, I have it locked. I forgot because I was filming. But this is going to be right when I come into the room. We have the bed and all that other fun stuff here. So that's there next to the thermostat, which we like to keep at 74 if anyone else is like me. But it's there. So every time I leave the room, that's what I should be looking at. I haven't. I've walked right past it way too many times, but we're changing that. This is going to be our time. Rono can't control us no more, honey. So, anyway, that's all. Bye.